I want you guys to really pay attention to this video. This is not something you want to always be going through or deal with. But to explain to you, I'm explaining to you how to break a soul tie. Why you should. But before I can do that, you have to understand. You have to really understand the importance of why there are soul ties. It's very important. I'm not talking about a bunch of bullshit people saying nonsense and because it make it sound cute. But before I go any further, if you're watching the video, please right now hit the like button. I hate saying that, but it is what it is. Hit the like button. All right. You guys can understand why there's a purpose of doing this. And soul contracts are also tied with, how to put this without being disrespectful. All right. You have a soul tie and a soul contract. They are kind of the same, though different. Soul contract is before you become physical. And the soul tie is created on earth after becoming physical. Now, this is not for everybody. This don't involve everybody. It is what it is. And the more I talk, you get what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to point anybody out, but we're going to be real here. Back in the day, I was going to be real with you. Let's say 12,000, 14,000 years ago. If we have a kingdom over here, we have 4 or 5 kingdoms. And these are seers. These are offsprings of watchers. And these are healers. You did not have seers mixing up with watchers or healers, because when those two people have a baby, that child comes in, they want to right then and there know this child is this, and his direction is going to go in this way or hers this way to help humanity this part. We have, say, 5 parts, and all 5 parts have to be working in one union to advance human civilization, all right? So when you know that, there's things you can't mix. You don't go and put water in your oil in the car. You don't do that. You don't mix. Now watch this. Water and oil goes in the engine, but they don't mix. Those two things work in union for the car to move without breaking down, but they don't mix. All right? Gas the same way. You don't put water in gas. You don't put the gas in the oil. You don't do that. They're all a part of the same car, the same engine, but you don't mix them. All right. Now, how to put this? Okay. What I'm gonna say don't include everybody. It is what it is. It's a fact. I ain't trying to be funny. It's a fact. It don't include everybody. So now, when you are, and if you sleep around a lot of people, this ain't got nothing to do with you. It'll affect you, but you can't control that. So if you sleep around a lot of people, I don't care if it be a male or female, you ain't gotta even watch this video because it ain't gonna help you. But let's just say those that don't do that. When you lay down with somebody, there's a vibration your body have, be it female or male, okay? We're gonna be male and female, we're gonna be straight here. So, when you do that, your root chakra is active. That's a good thing. Now remember, when you first start out becoming aware, things start from your root chakra, right? You have trees, they start as roots and they grow out. Now don't confuse that with life force. We're gonna say on the root chakra. There's a certain vibration that's there, that has to stay there. It has to be in harmony with that physical body. So all the other chakras can spring forth out of it, right? And then grow and reach the precipice, or the crown. When you connect your body, a male has a key. It has a key, all right? A female has a lock, all right? So when that key and the lock connect, that key is whole, all right? That lock is whole. It's separate, right? When they're together, they're complete and whole. That key is whole by itself, but not complete. The lock is whole by itself, not complete. When you connect those two things, be it male and female, animals do this and have and procreate, but we have a higher consciousness, so it's connected. And so it's below. I'm gonna leave it like I ain't gonna go no further than that. I'll get the rest of it later on. But when you have those things connected physically, remember, your body has a vibration. Okay, that person does too. Now, when men with women, we're gonna be nasty. We're gonna be straightforward. When you have what's in you as a male, all right, as a male, that's living. There's certain things that comes out of you into a female, right? That's still living energy, be it physical and spiritual. Now what it's within this female, it's growing, like it or not. All those vibration points you put inside of a person, they become attached to within this person, a female. But yet, also vice versa, because the vibration of her body also wrapped yours. So your mind records that mentally. It becomes a physical part of you. So when y'all disconnect, y'all are now sharing vibrations and frequencies. Now it can be so close, this person can feel something or say something. You feel that. Not twins, we're not twins, but you're like, wait, you all right? Something's wrong? You good? How did you know? It's like it heightens your intuition about the other person. When you're getting all the cheating, so we ain't talking about some real stuff. It heightens that. So now, being that it heightens that, you become connected. Let's say, just sitting in Georgia. This person's gonna go to Texas, all right, and I'm gonna go to New York. There's an invisible string that stretches from where those 2 points are. You go here, it's still connected. You go here, it's still connected. So if you think that spiritual tie and connection is still there. Now we've already passed the contract. Talking about a soul tie. Now you connected those two things. They're connected between two individuals that love and care so much for each other. They decide to become a union. Here's the problem. Let's say she's a healer, right? And how to put this? Say he's rainbow child, moon child, Starseeds. Let's say not the same thing. There can be and will be disruption, but they won't understand that because their frequencies are they're together. What you just did is you just poured water in the oil. That car might run a little bit. It's gonna break down because when that engine gets under real pressure, the water's gonna run and evaporate in the oil, scarring the pistons and the rings. So that'll work. But there's gonna be tension in me. Why we keep butting heads? Why don't we get along? I really like this person, whatever we keep, because again, that soul contract you signed is on this frequency. The one she signed is frequency. Y'all connected. Now we could say frequencies, we could say they're common, but it's sub frequencies. This is my master frequency. It's the slave frequency. I hate saying it is what it is. So the master frequency, they know each other. They can match, but the slave frequency, wait. I'm from this tribe. Oh, and I'm from this tribe. Those two sub-frequencies will never mix. And if that happens long enough, you can actually cancel each other out. What does that mean? You keep your master frequency, but who you are as in spirituality, in the spiritual realm, it won't disappear, but it'll be hard for you to find it. And people go off, they go off searching for people, and they feel lost and not connected. Because they're meshing themselves with somebody that doesn't have the same sub-frequency. They don't have that. They don't understand it because they're just physical and they're doing this thing that don't affect that. That will affect you. Now you can't change that. It's very important for you to understand that. Now we're gonna get to how to break a soul tie. It's very hard to do that. It's very hard. And for women, it's harder than men. It is what it is. It's harder than men. Seeing a person you were once tied to is not good. Constantly sleeping with a person that you're not tied to is also not good. How you break these things? You have to go certain days without seeing this person. Women, it can be 6 months. Men, it can be 2 to 3 months without seeing them. Seeing their name can trigger certain things, a spark. And you gotta think, well, we're not talking, but the fire's not out. It's smoldering, but it's still there. And you talking and boom, all of a sudden, somebody's around you talking about this person. You know what happens? They're discussing something. I saw so-and-so. And you hear that, and all those memories come rushing right back. You know what you're gonna wanna do? Immediately go see this person. Now why is that? Because the frequency within you wants to feel whole again, absolute. Well, they are there. Now you know what I said earlier. When you mix certain sub-frequencies, that they don't go together, but people do it anyway. So how to break that? It's not simple. And a lot of people fail. It is what it is. That's why it's very important not to make these things, because people fail these over and over and over because they want to feel comfortable. I know this person, I know their body, I know all this stuff, which is good. But when, let's say this person, let's say this guy's moved on, right? He's moved on. All right. She hasn't. And then he moves on for somebody. He left her. Now he's 5 people. Now it's 6 people. 6 women, right? Let's just give you an example. 6 women. He don't understand what he's doing, but I'll tell you. Let's just take an anchor. Put it in the ground. Not too hard, but just put it in the ground so it won't move by itself. Now tie a kite to that anchor. Look at the kite. It's tied to one anchor, right? But now wait. Let's add a little bit of wind. Now that anchor wants to follow that kite. That's cool. All right, cool. So the wind blows east. The wind get up, the kite is blowing, and it drags the anchor east, right? But now let's tie 6 kites there. We got 6 kites pulling in 6 different directions, right? Where can the anchor go? It's going here, and it's going here, and it's going here, it's going here, and it's stopping. It's not even moving. It's going to all these places, but it's not really making any distance. It's not even gaining any distance because it's tied to so many kites. That anchor is tied to so many kites. That key has opened 6 locks, but has yet to close the first lock it opened. So now it goes here. What about, I feel like this. Now I'm going to go here. I feel like this. You're going around in a circle. You can't move forward because you're tied. You're so tied to these things. The other part about it is being a female. Women, I can't go too much because I'm not a woman. I'm going to speak to you on the spiritual part of this. When you do that with a person, let's say a guy, he don't even like you, but you thought he liked you like that. He don't like you like that. Talking about depression. All these things can bother you. The most important thing is, what are you doing? What are you eating? Well, when I was with this person, we ate this. Okay. All those foods you ate, stop it. Cut it out. Kind of hot out here. All those foods you ate, you can eat them later on. Those things have to stop. All those things y'all did have to stop. We went here, went there. Even the same roads you drive down had to stop. That might not be possible. That's my point. When you make that so big with another individual, you can't avoid that. You can't avoid all that stuff, which means you're doomed to go through some of that stuff without that person. Perfect example. Anybody that has a soul tie with somebody, I didn't want to say this, but I'm saying it anyway. A soul tie with somebody, all right? There's a tree you two create, not on this plane, different plane. And for comfort, you run to that tree. Now, it doesn't matter where this person is. She can be driving on the road, listening to music with her family, whatever, and that guy feeling bad. He's all by himself. He lays down up on the stars, what have you, goes to sleep somewhat. But mentally, he's at the tree. And she's driving and all of a sudden, hit the brakes. What's wrong with you? You all right? Go back. What's wrong? Go back. She knows something's wrong. Because right here, oh, I'm here. I'm here waiting on this person. I'm waiting. I'm here. And they know that. Why did I mention that tree? We all saw Avatar. We saw that. Now, this is what, we're going to be real here. This is what black folks did thousands of years ago. That's why trees are very important in spirituality. They ground us. Now, I just told you guys the root chakra, right? That tree is a root. They, themselves, him and her, made, is grown. That tree calls out for both of them. Both of them. I'm going to go water it. No, sir. You can only carry the pail to that tree. She has to water. One person can never do the job of 2. Why am I saying that? Because it takes 2 for that tree and that root to keep growing, the attachment. So if she shows up with, I know where the water is, but I can't carry it. Well, I'm here, she's not here. I have a pail, but I don't know where the water is. So when that person, when that tree to die, I gotta go back. It doesn't matter what that person is doing, vice versa, it doesn't matter. They feel like, I gotta get back. Because he's there or she's there and they're feeling something, they're feeling a certain thing. I can feel what they're feeling. I know it's really wrong. You could have called me, didn't call me. All these things go to your head because of your connect. Breaking a soul tie like that is almost impossible. But now here's the other thing. You move on, meet somebody. She like this dude, whatever, or he like this woman, whatever. They separated. You know what happens? The worst thing that can happen. The worst thing. Because now, they're calling each other. But they're now in different respective relationships. Other bad fathers, downfallers is, the people they got with are not so spiritual. You immediately know that. Not only do this person know, I went and got with this person, just a female, not me, just an example. And I know she's not spiritual. That female, that dude's connected to that spiritual, she knows that immediately. She's over here, I'm with this dude, but he's spiritual. That dude knows immediately that she's not connected with anybody spiritual. How is that? Because there isn't any new trees growing in this plane. Because if I grow another tree with somebody else in a different plane off this earth, the tree that we grew is gonna die. Because I just told you guys, it takes two to keep that thing going. You can't take water from a tree over here and water, it don't work like that. So that tree you guys create has no other thing but to die. The downfall is this. When things we hold real close to us die, it hurts us more. And then we get angry and upset. How could you let this die? You ever seen a family go through something? I hate saying this, but I'm giving you a perfect example. People marry a couple together and their child gets killed. And they get a divorce. Like, what happened? Somebody in that marriage felt like it was somebody's fault. And she can't stomach seeing that man, her son die. Or vice versa. Like, why would they get a divorce after the child was died? Because somebody blamed somebody. It's not open. Somebody blames somebody. And that's obvious. So back to my point, the same thing happened. When you look around, this guy he's attached to 6 kites. Oh, but what's even worse than that is a female attached to a whole lot of keys or anchors. That can virtually destroy her. Like, destroy her. There's no other way around it. No other way around it. It can virtually destroy her. Because her connection is weakened the more she's away from him. But they ain't together no more. But now he's moved on, right? I don't want to be with her no more. He's moved on. The way she eat has to change immediately. There's no more eating what y'all ate. There's no more watching shows or TVs what y'all watch. There's no more going to places. None of that. You have to immediately get on a diet that has a high vibrational output to help your body energize and get over that attachment, that soul tie. Now here's the bad part, the worst part. If you pass away and you're soul tied to somebody that's still on this earth, you go a soul contract. You know the bad part about that? You're gonna come back looking for them. Because the way it ended, you didn't plan that. It wasn't, we agreed. No. I was killed, she was killed. They're gonna come back looking. Or they'll wait in stasis a little longer. Well, let me put off my soul contract signing real quick. Let me see if I can elongate this to where they can come back and I can see them. Let me just wait. Now waiting is also hard to do. They'll say purgatory, I'll use that word. It's harder to do, especially as time is passing now, because I already spoke to you guys about the Great Migration. It's harder to do that. Some can successfully do that, they can. But for the most part, you can't. Now for men, it's a little different. The food thing, of course. Now I'm gonna say this. Talk to her family, her brothers, sisters, all those are triggers. That's the anchor you're throwing out. Well, if I can't talk to her, let me talk to somebody that's close to her. What happens then? I talk to him, that's her brother. Well, then he's gonna go tell her what I said. Now I'm still completing the circuit. Not directly, but it's still getting back to her. And she's still hearing that. So now the connection's still there. And the more and more it's still there, the more it lingers. What's in you want to be connect to this person again, to be reassured, reinvigorated, and re-empowered. I'm telling you, when you connect like that, you empower each other physically. You do. Because again, my life force, remnants of my life force is left within this person. The vibrations of her Surround me. Y'all ever seen a tuning fork? A tuning fork. Let me be clear. A tuning fork. When you hit it, vibrates like that. It really vibrates. That thing for a second. That's part of that male's body. Her body wraps itself around that, and it can tune his body. So he still tunes her frequency. What he has, what's within her, is life force of him. So we're still connected. He goes off and be with somebody else. That frequency she gave him, he's now giving away to somebody else. When I watch this, this guy got sick, totally sick. Why is that? He went and mixed the frequency of a healer and a watcher. That should never mix. This guy has no clue why he's sick. No clue why he's sick. No clue. No clue. He's not spiritual intellect. He doesn't have a spiritual intellect. He's thinking, well, maybe something I ate bad. But when the doctor said they can't find out what's wrong, you ever heard that? You look good. We don't know what's wrong, but you can tell you feel bad. They can't detect that. That's spiritual, but it's affecting you. And they become angry and bitter and vindictive. And I want to get you back because they can't find, well, what's going on? And again, witches have a more profound effect on men in that sense. There are male witches, that is true. They have a more profound because how they feel. Not saying feel like here, no. How they feel out through this earth plane. How they separate this is that, that's this. These things never ever be mixed, ever. Now, we've gotten so diluted. I'm not saying like we're fake or vanishing. No. We've become so mixed to where we can't even tell, well, am I this? Am I that? We can't tell because our parents wouldn't own that. Okay, their grandparents wouldn't own that. Neither their parents were. Oh, but our great ancestors were. But what happened? Christianity came on purpose and broke all the stuff up. You know why? But we can't have these black folks running around. We can't have these kids running around doing these things. We can't have these kids running around with these mental powers over us. We tested this stuff. What do you mean? What do you mean you tested it? Well, we had this African guy right here, these twin brothers. We had them cut his hair off. Don't cut his hair off. Send him out. And every last one of those guys that had a hair shave were killed. Intuition. You know what? Wait. Take this person right here, this female right here. Her mom is a seer. That's cool. But I take her away at a young age. We're going to have her go and fight her sister, but raised by her mom. Raised by her mom. Right? And the one that was separated from the mom, the seer, you know what happened? She was killed. No intuition. Oh, so this works. Divide all of them, separate them. Beat all this stuff to where them being spiritual is the last thing they're thinking. They just want to survive. And now look at us. They just want to survive. Soul ties and soul contracts are very important. They can doom you. They can kill you prematurely. That's why I spoke with a few people about wearing the Rudraksha beads. Because those Rudraksha beads also go against the sub-frequency. Not the master frequency, the sub-frequency, the slave frequency that follows the master. It dilutes that. It dumbs it nulls it. I didn't want to say all of that because it can bother certain people when I say that. When you connect yourself to certain people, be aware of that. And I'm gonna say this also, even with race. I hate saying it, we're gonna be real, even with race. It's very important. This person is not profound to even understand where they come from. All right, whatever. But you are. But your information you have within you, you're giving it away. That's your choice. I'm not saying who not to be with. That's not for me to say. What I'm saying is it's important for you to know these things. Your DNA, I'm gonna say this, black people, your DNA, all this stuff, it's in your blood cells. It's in your skin, it's in your melanin. These members are here, ready to be active. But when you go out and do these things before knowing who you are, you can lose yourself. You be who you want to be with. That's your choice. But it's better to know who you are before you do that. If you don't, you can lose who you are. And never, ever be able to find yourself until it's too late. And then it's, of course, too late. So yeah, Seers should be with seers. Healers should be with healers. Starseeds, moon children, indigo children. They should stay together. We made the whole collective, we made it collective. That's great oil, great antifreeze, great water. Okay, good. The car, all the guys are gonna run together. You don't dump all those in the same thing though. You don't do that. And we do that. And not knowing that's a problem. That's an issue. It's very important for you to understand soul ties are very important. Again, if you sleep around a lot of people, this ain't got nothing, this ain't easy for you. It's gonna affect you. And you'll be so far gone, you can't even fix it. You'll be angry, bitter at the world because somebody years ago locked you down. People call it roots. Ain't roots. So you guys know what it's called. They call it roots. No. Somebody somewhere locked you down on purpose or actually didn't even know themselves. You're stuck in states. You can't even move. You can't even go anywhere. You're always angry. I'm missing this person. Why am I missing somebody that want to be with me? What? Because you've been locked somewhere. The worst part is it. The person that locked you might not even know they locked you. They're somewhere being angry and bitter. And you guys need to come together and mentally break that tie. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. We need to do this. And then after it's broken, when you see that person, you have a conversation to zip it up and make sure this never happened again. You close it and you move on. So many people don't even know to do that. They don't. And they call it roots on me. You got roots on me. No, somebody somewhere stuck you, and you're stuck in states you can't move forward. Even with men. I know this is true. Ain't no roots. It's a fact. Don't go around being stuck, connected to people that you don't even understand. They have someone can be ill and have bad intentions. Like, you know, I'm gonna mess you up. You know, I hate this. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna get you. And they do it. And that woman can become so strong within herself. When I get with this person here, never forget me. And we're gonna be real here. Not she's all that. No. Spiritually. This freaky I'm cooking up, I'm gonna exhaust myself for the next 6 months. But this person will not forget me. He might find somebody with a better fine-tuned frequency. It's gonna be a long time though. A long time. She's like, cause in this area, I'm the only healer around here. I'm the only starseed around here. So he's local. He might never break that. Now this guy travels all over the world or the country. Okay, whatever. Chance a little different, but whatever. They do that. This affects men and women. But men don't speak because men so stuck. A lot of men so stuck in their pride and ego. They don't want to talk about this kind of stuff. It's taboo, I guess, which is stupid because again, it traps more men than women because they're being ignorant. So again, you guys take care. I've been off YouTube for a while. Lots of stuff going on. But anyway, videos gonna be coming. Like the video, having sub to the channel, and share it. Share this video. Share this video. And I'm very, very interested to see what you guys say in the comments. Until next time, take care.